Hello everyone, today I am going to be going over not one, not two, but a series of 5 books. This is the Chronicles of Prydain by Lloyd Alexander. This is a classic middle grade fantasy series. And yeah, I finished the whole series and I think it's a classic. It's lovely. It's definitely traditional telling. The series is based on Welsh folklore and those fantastical tales, so more along the lines of the Arthurian tales, the tales of Taliesin. Yeah, it's that kind of inspiration for this series. So even though it is not Wales, it is based on Wales and Welsh lore, which I really enjoyed. And I know in these modern times, and also something that I enjoy is we're branching away from the traditional, like, based on British fantasy, and I'm fine with that. I mean, not that it doesn't also still exist. There are still plenty of books that are being told based on the classic stories, but there is something charming about being able to read the classics that actually are based on it, and this one very successfully does it. And you may have actually heard of part of the series because it was adapted into a Disney movie, and that is The Black Cauldron, which is book 2 of the series. Even though, if I'm not mistaken, the Disney movie, The Black Cauldron, is actually based more upon the story that is in the Book of 3, the first book in the series. So essentially, the Chronicles of Prydain follow Taryn, and Taryn is the assistant pig farmer of this little household. And yeah, as the assistant pig herder? Farmer? Like, did I get the words right? So anyway, Taryn's job is to watch over the pig Henwen. And Henwen is not a normal pig. Henwen can actually see into the future. So the pig is kind of an oracle and will get visions of what's going to happen and can sometimes relay the message. Remember, this is a pig. The pig does not talk. The pig is a pig. So it can cause some complications, but the pig is also highly sought after because of the pig's gift. And when the story begins, there's some stuff going on in the outside world where the Horned King, who is really the big villainous king, is kind of on the move again. He was semi-defeated a while ago, and now he is trying to come back and, conquer everything, because that's what the wicked kings do. And I don't remember if it was because, I know in the Disney version, I think Henwen gets a vision and she runs away, but regardless of why she runs away, Henwen actually escapes her pen, and Taryn has to go and find her. Like, that's his little job, so he's got to go and do that. But along the way, a bunch of stuff happens. He ends up running into the big hero of the, I don't want to say year, the big hero in general of stories that he has heard growing up. And let's see, he also meets a wandering minstrel who's actually more than a minstrel and isn't that good of a minstrel. And he meets a dwarf. He meets a whole cast of characters along his adventures that you will see throughout the whole Chronicles of Prydain that are all very interesting and engaging characters. And yeah, I don't want to get too much into it, but it's all about really Tarn trying to find his destiny, and that's going to be the main thing. He's not satisfied with keeping the pigs. He wants more from his life and in his life. And so it's whether or not through his adventures he can discover that there is more to him than this little life that he has. What he should be satisfied with, But that's essentially what you're going to get out of this adventure, is Taran's journey of discovery. He is an orphan, so that's a big part of his quest, is who is he? Who are his people? Where did he come from? And, you know, can he do more and be more than a pig keeper? And I liked that kind of simplicity that's also not that simple. There are so many adventures that happen along the way. People that you meet, possibilities that are offered to Taran. I don't know. It's very good. It's very charming. It's very classic. I would recommend reading the series over watching the Black Cauldron, but I would say if you read the series, do watch the Black Cauldron. Or if you've read the Black Cauldron but you want to know more of the full story, then read the series. That's actually what I did, because I watched the Black Cauldron and I was like, oh, because I kind of wanted to know more after watching the Black Cauldron about what this was based on and what the full story was. And I'm glad that I did. I kind of wish that I had gotten to read this as a smaller person, but that's okay. I can still appreciate the story now, and I think anybody can. It is available in a lot of formats. So I have this nice paperback collector's box. There's even a poster map of Prydain inside, which I didn't really look at because I just went through the books. But yeah, I would seek it out if you can. Give it a read. It's such a classic fantasy tale. Again, it's middle grade, so if you have younger people in your life, you might want to get them to read it as well, or read it together, which is my favorite thing, is if families share books together. And I think it will be a nice time. It's a good book. So again, if you like classic adventure tales, classic fantasy tales, pick up Prydain. There's not much else to say. This is a good tale of fellowship and journeying, and the good guys trying to conquer the bad guys. You know, defeat evil. That's all it comes down to. That's really what it's about. It's a classic story. That's all for this video. Until next time, bye.